creating a Power BI report using cryptocurrency. We're going to be creating a Power BI report using cryptocurrency. Actually, this is video number 11. This is actually video number 11 of a 16 video series. So you already know I am creating this video so that creating this report so that I can, just a testing basis to be able to teach and give this report, or teach you how to build this report and place it inside of your portfolio, your Power BI portfolio in my upcoming Power of the BI Live session that's coming up in Dallas. So let me get this report back over to the screen, and just so we can all see what we're looking at. So again, this is video number 16 of video number 11 of a 16 video series. Now, what I did realize as I was opening up the report, I made a rookie mistake, something I tell my students and mentees all the time, to continuously save your work. When it comes to creating, digital files and stuff like that on the computer, you should always save your work. And actually, my last report, my last update, I did not save it. So if you've been following along with me for the past 10 videos, you'll probably see me doing some things that I probably did in the previous video or previous videos, probably the previous video, just to get us caught back up. But that's okay. We're going to be all right. But again, just real quick, you can't even see me because I'm talking to myself here. Just real quick. Power of the BI Live. So this video I'm creating for the Power BI Live presentation. It's going to be the actual presentation that I give. I'm using this so that you can give me some feedback and let me know if there's some things that you want to see in this particular presentation, or some things that you're like, I kind of already know that. But at the end of the day, now again, what I'm saying is we're creating this Power BI report using cryptocurrency, but this is not in any way teaching you how to do or how to analyze or how to invest in cryptocurrency. This is not one of those, hey, follow along and you can be an investment guru. Nah, that's not what it is. I'm showing you how to create a report so that you can analyze cryptocurrency. Now, what you do from that is up to you. Now, so here's the deal. Before we get started, on May 1st and May 2nd in Dallas, I'm holding a Power of the Live session, Power of the BI Live session. It's going to be live at the Omni Hotel downtown Dallas. Now, if you're catching this video right here, right now, as of the filming of because we're recording live. We're actually shooting this video live. So if you're getting the live session, or you within 6 weeks of the live session being delivered, you can actually go to my website, powerofthebi.com, powerofthebi.com, go up to courses, select Power of the BI Live, and it will give you the information all about Power of the BI Live. It's a 2-day event, May 1st and 2nd, 8 hours on May 1st, 8 hours on May 2nd. Then we're having 2 social events, one at the end of the day on May 1st and one at the end of the day on May 2nd. Now, the reason why I'm being very, very clear as to when you're catching this is because the actual release date for this video is going to be, I believe, a few days before May 1st, or a few days before the live event, which means the early bird special will not be going on at the time of the release of the full video. But if you're catching this video now, you're out here right now, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. If you're catching this video now, you can go over to Power of the BI Live, and the early bird discount is going on right now. The early bird discount is going on right now. Now, this is a limited space event. It's limited space. So if you want to participate, I'm going to encourage you to, one, go over to the Omni Hotel and make a reservation if you're coming from out of town. Or if you want to stay somewhere else, that's cool too. But I'm just saying the event itself is going to be at the Omni. Now, but if you know you want to come to the event, I'm also encouraging you now to go and register for the event over at powertobi.com. Go and register because, again, the space is absolutely limited. So with that said, we are going to move right into what we're here for, and that is to update this visualization, update this report with an additional visualization. But what I'm also going to do, because this is real timing, and real timing, I walked away from my computer the last time that that we went through, that we did the video, I think video number 10, the last time we went through, and I did not save it. My computer shut off. I turned it back on, and I realized that, so we're gonna go through some real world, not necessarily scenarios, but some real world things here now, so that you won't get caught up with, well, you're going to get caught. So everybody gets caught up with not saving your work. But what you don't want to do is get on the project and you go like 2-3 weeks in and you didn't save your work and now you done lost half your work. I like to say save your work every day. Save your work every day. And I save my work by time frame, by timestamp. So as you look up here, you'll see I've got 03/04/2026, which was the last time I actually saved my work. Well, not really. This is actually when I actually, I think, started creating this video. I think it was before then. But bottom line is, I normally save it by timestamp. I'll give it the date and then the title of the report so that I'll know when the last time I did it. Now, I'm not going to go into the actual savings and timestamping and stuff like that. We will talk about that in Power of the BI Live, but that's not what we're here for. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save my work now. I'm going to say on this device, and I'm just going to say yes. Do I want to replace it? And that's yes. I'm not going to change it. Unable to save document. And the reason why is because when I realized that I had not saved it before, I opened up another document and it's called the same thing. So I need to close that. And I'm not going to save that. And then I'm going to come back, and then I've got another one that's open as well. Yeah, I got kind of got beside myself. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm just over my other screen. I'm just closing another document. It actually didn't have the same name, but just for grins and giggles. Now I'm going to open this document back up, and my mouse is not working with me this morning. Now let's save this document. File, save as, browse this device, save, yes. So now we now have everything saved, I believe. If not, we can recreate later on. But again, so we are on video number 11 of a 16 video series. If you remember on the previous videos, so where we got the data from, where did we get the data from? You can go back to the previous videos that we did, and you can actually, find the data set, find the data source that we use to bring in this data set. In addition to the Power BI desktop, if you are following along with us, I see someone is out here following along with this. Kennedy B7 is following along with us with Kennedy's actual file here on YouTube. But if you want to follow along with this, you can download Power BI Desktop. You can go to Google, type in Power BI Desktop. It'll take you to the official Microsoft page, and you can download Power BI Desktop. It's totally free. At least at the timing of yesterday, it was totally free, and it's been free forever. So, if they're charging today, I'm not sure. But bottom line is, so if you want the data source, you want the data set, go to the data source. You can go to the previous video and grab and get that information. If you want Power BI Desktop and you don't have that, you can go to Google and then put in Power BI Desktop, download, and it'll take you to the Microsoft website, and you can download it here. or you can download it there on the website. Then you can follow along with us as we build out the reports. You can go to the previous videos and you can actually build out each video, build out each visual per each one of the videos, because we did one visual per video. So as we keep moving along, I just want to just recap. We did use a line graph for one visual, and we see we have the line graph here, and this line graph is indicating the name of the cryptocurrency and its actual value at the 1 hour percent change and 24 hour percent change. Then we have a column chart, a clustered column chart, and in this clustered column chart, we have the name of the cryptocurrency on the x-axis, and we have on the y-axis we have the actual value at the timing of when the last refresh. Then we have on a table visual, and in the table visual, basically it's just a spreadsheet. Just to think of it that way, a table visual is just a spreadsheet, and on this particular table we have it's got the ID of the particular cryptocurrency. Then we have the name of the cryptocurrency, we have the price, we have the 1 hour percent change, the 24 hour percent change, the 7-day percent change, the last 7 days, the volume within 24 hours, and the market cap. I normally start out building out my visuals with, let me make sure you guys can hear me here. I normally start building my Power BI reports with my initial visual is the table visual, and then I'll build the other visuals around it, and then I'll get rid of the table. We may do that, we may not. It just depends. Again, this is a 16 video series, so by the time we get to video number 16, we'll decide how we want to make this thing flex. Then we have the funnel chart, and the funnel chart is just, in this particular case, we're looking at the 24 hour percent change. We're looking at the top 10 cryptocurrencies by the 24 hour percent change. Again, this is not a video teaching you how to buy or invest in cryptocurrency. This is just a video showing you how to build a Power BI report using cryptocurrency. So if you don't know what 24 hour percent change or 7-day percent change is, you can, grab that information from other crypto sources. Here we have the pie chart, which is, we're looking at the pie chart and we've got the count name by price. So basically we don't actually have the name of the crypto here. What we did was we created a tier bucket. So we said cryptocurrencies that have price ranges. Here we're saying 0.0, is that 0.0, let's see, this first one is 0.01 to 0.10. So 1 cent to 10 cent. And then we come down, say we look at this red one, this is the ninth one we have, and it is $50 to the $100 range. So that's what we're looking at, evaluating, analyzing here in the pie chart. Then we have the clustered bar chart. In the clustered bar chart, we have the 1 hour percent change by name. So we have the name, and then we're looking at it by 1 hour percent change. Then we have I think that's a 24 hour bucket, not a 2 hour bucket. Yeah. So I think that's the 24 hour bucket. And basically we did pretty much the same thing we did over on the pie chart, where we looked at it by we created price ranges, and we wanted to see which cryptos fell within different price ranges. Then on the slicer, we have pretty much the same thing, but we're looking at it not by 24 hour percent change, but by actual value change. So when I say change, we're not looking at value changes in the 24 hour bucket. In 24 hour bucket, we're saying, hey, we've got crypto from 0.001 to 0.00050, the actual value, the actual price of the crypto within 24 hours. And then here on the pie chart, we're looking at it by well, we got price tier here as well. Let's see. And that is, looks like that's a 24-hour. Looks like that's a 24-hour change. No, 2-hour. I didn't know crypto had 2-hour changes. We got to look at that. That could be a title issue. So we'll look at that in a future video. Then now this is an actual slicer, and the slicer is just a drop down list. We can use it as a drop down list. We can grab the slicer or view the slicer as a drop down where we can just see each one as we drop it down, or we can see it here as we've got a list. And basically that is one of the changes. Well, before we go there. So in the next visual we have is a slicer, and this slicer is giving us all the names of the cryptocurrency. So if we select one of the names, then we'll see how it's interacting with the other visuals. And of course, you already know that anytime you select a visual in Power BI, and it is a standard visual or one of the recognized third-party visuals of Power BI, you are able to, it interacts with all of the other visuals. So what I did do in the previous video that I didn't do prior to saving, again, always save your work, always save your work. I didn't save my work, so now I've got to redo a couple of steps. Luckily, I did save prior videos, so it's not that big of a deal. But what we need to do is we need to make this slicer video a list video, this slicer visual, a list visual, because it's going to give us a little more space. So I went over the slicer, and right now it's a vertical list. We're just going to call it a drop down. It's going to give us a little bit more space. That's one of the things that we did in the previous video that I did not do that I didn't save, so it didn't come back. We've got another slicer here as I indicated before, and again it's a vertical list. We need a little bit more space, so I am going to make this a drop down as well. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move. I am going to move this visual up top, and now I can have a little bit more space for my other visuals here. Now again, just please remember that this is video number 11 of a 16 video series. So we are not trying to get to the final Power BI report as we speak. We're not trying to get to the final Power BI report as we speak. And again, this video, where this report is the actual an actual report we're going to use in Power of the BI Live in Dallas on May 1st and 2nd. So you're probably saying, T, well, if I already got the report, why do I need to come to Power BI Live? Well, one, it's only one of two reports that you're going to be able to have in your Power BI portfolio. In addition to, this is not all we're going to be doing is building this one report at Power of the BI Live. We are actually going to be I've got some of my friends coming through, okay? I've got some of my friends coming through, and basically, we're gonna be having some real world conversations in regards to Power BI. We're gonna be building 2 other Power BI reports so that you can have 3 Power BI reports in your portfolio as you interview and you speak to recruiters on your Power BI journey. Now, here's the deal. This is, again, as I said before, this is in no way me telling you that you're going to be 100% Power BI ready to go out there and get one of those 6-figure Power BI jobs after 2 days of working at Power of the BI Live. I tell my guys in my 16-week course, just because you've been in the course for 16 weeks and you completed the course, again, does not mean that you are 100% Power BI strong. Well, let me say this. You are going to be Power BI ready, but you're not going to know everything about Power BI, okay? But what you get from us over at powerofthebi.com is you get a network of individuals that will be on deck to help you maintain that 6-figure job when you get it in 4 to 6 months, okay? Because we do say that you are Power BI, well, we know that you are Power BI ready, and you'll be ready for one of those Power BI jobs in 4 to 6 months. When I say a Power BI job, I'm talking about a 6-figure job. Now, I'm not going to knock you and tell you that you can't go out there and get one of those other jobs, a little less than 6 figures, if you feel like you're in a situation. Anybody that's in a situation, I'm not going to tell you to not take a job. But what I'm going to tell you is, I encourage $105,000 to $110,000. Anything less than that, you're kind of undervaluing yourself. But that's not what this is about. Let me make sure that, we've got that going. So now the last visual that we had was a card visual, and this card visual was what we created the volatility score. We did that using a measure, but the visual that we're going to place on here today, we're going to use another card visual. And again, remember to click outside in the white space, because if you're holding down if you've got one of the visuals already selected, if you select another visual, that visual is going to turn into that particular the new visual. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do an example right now because we've been on this for quite a minute. So I'm get to the next visual here. But I am going to select the card visual. I really don't like the new card visual. Microsoft, if you're out there listening, as a matter of fact, I don't have to use the new card visual because I'm still using my older Power BI report. So I'm going to remove it. I'm going to use the old card visual. So I'm going to select the card visual. If you select the new card that I just selected, or if you don't have access to the old card, the new card does the same thing as the old card, but there's just some thing. Well, it doesn't do the same thing, but it gives you the same output. But there's some things that I like about the old card that, Anyway, long story short, this is not about the card visuals. So now what I am going to do is, real simple. What I try to, teach my students is Power BI is real simple. Basically, it's a drag and drop type thing. Now, there is some calculations, some, not say programming, but there is some calculations that you have to do. That you should be able to do, and it's called DAX, data analytics expression. If you can create DAX, if you can write DAX, you're going to put yourself in a better situation. So the one thing that I do at Power BI is that I do teach my students DAX. A lot of guys try to get a Power BI job because they figure, we can just drag and drop and make $100,000. Yeah, you can, but if you get caught up, it's going to be a problem. Right? I'll leave that alone. Anyway, so what I am going to do now is I am just going to grab the name. I'm just trying to show you what you can do here. Let me remove this and just bring it back in just so you can see what I did. I went over to the visualizations pane. I clicked the card. Now I'm going to go down to name. I'm going to just drag name into the report. It's going to give me the actual name of the first item that's in the name list. In this particular case, we're talking cryptocurrency, so it's going to give us the first cryptocurrency that's in the name list. But I don't want to know the name. What I want to do is I want to know how many cryptos is involved do we have in this report. So I'm going to go down to count, and it's going to tell me, we're dealing with 601 cryptocurrencies in this report. So that is going to be our visual number 11 for video number 11. And just so that I don't lose it this time, I'm going to come up here. I'm going to select Save As. I'm going to select Browse. And I'm going to save this thing so that I don't lose it again. Then I have to come back and eat crow in front of you guys. And then you'd be like, he didn't even save his work. He didn't even save his work. Anyway, so that has been video number 11, but recap, just remember, here's the deal. This is a video, this is a report that we are going to use in Power of the BI Live, Dallas, May 1st and 2nd. If you are trying to learn Power BI, if you're trying to get one of those 6-figure jobs, it is out there for you. I'm going to tell you, you're going to be Power BI ready in 4 to 6 months after taking Power of the BI. Now, for those of you guys that are taking for those of you that are coming to Power of the BI Live, here's the deal. Power BI Live is only a 2-day event. You're only going to be spending 16 hours, 8 hours on Friday, 8 hours on Saturday, learning Power BI. Now, What you also get with participating in Power of the BI Live is you're gonna get Power of the BI online course for free for 4 months. You're gonna get it for 4 months. So the 16-week course, you're going to get the 16-week course at the cost of the 2-day live event. Now, for those of you guys that are out there that's already in Power of the BI, and you're like, well, why did they get Power of the BI 2? I paid this for the whole session. Listen, those that paid for Power of the BI, you get Power of the BI Unlimited for 2 years, right? You get it unlimited for 2 years. In addition to, you have been extended the full invite to come to Power of the BI Live in Dallas on May 1st and 2nd at no cost. Okay, so you're getting Power of the BI Live at no cost. They're getting Power of the BI, the 16-week course at no cost for 4 months. Okay, but the bottom line is this: Power of the BI Live is going to be May 1st and 2nd. If you don't know, if you want more details about Power of the BI Live, go over to my website. powerofthebi.com. Powerofthebi.com. Go up the courses and select Power of the BI Live Dallas, May 1st and 2nd. With that said, this has been video number 11 of the 16 video series. Thank you for joining in, and I look forward to seeing you win again in the next video.